Okay.
For YouTube.
No, it's for you because I know that when I'm gone, you're going to say, oh, I don't know how to do that.
What is up, YouTube?
It's not gonna be here.
So then I go back and forth. So to smooth it out, I go like this. If I end up with a section that has a ton of water pooling in one section, you can do the vacuum technique, which is rinse out your brush, squeeze out your brush, and it sucks up the water. Yeah?
I've seen that before.
And then you're gonna smooth it back out if you don't want to do that. But I'm gonna smooth this out, but it might get...
I've never seen that
Sorry,
before.
what do you do again? Because I need to.
Yeah, you dip your brush, you squeeze out the water so it's dry, and then you soak up your water.
Oh, that's sick, bro.
And so if you make a mistake, you can just pull it right up.
Do you have to use more than one? Because can you just use the first boxes?
I'm not done giving this demo, so why don't you just, let's see what
You have
happens.
to do all these for the practice?
You have to do this to be able to paint.
Oh, alright.
So now I'm gonna do my gradient. So my gradient, I'm gonna go to a blue color, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I mix my dark blue. I go for my gradient. I try to stay in my box. I go top to bottom. See how my brush is drying out?
Yeah.
So now I dip water only. What do I do?
Water only.
Oh,
Yeah, that's sick.
it looks like a sunset kind of thing.
And sometimes you have to go back and smooth it out, especially with this like kind of not great paint.
It looks very good on camera.
But anyway, so you go like that. And so the bottom is lighter and then the top is darker. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do it with another color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many drops of water into my paint? How come no one's writing this down besides Simone?
Oh, I
My
am
notebook's not.
Oh, sounds lazy.
called mental brain.
Well, I don't trust that.
No, it's alright, Kristen. Trust me.
I'm not worried about it. It's your grade. I don't care.
Yeah, because
I already passed art at school.
Yeah,
So I go from top
This Jen.
to bottom. Do you see how it's slowly following it down?
Mm-hmm.
That would be good for something like, when would you use this, do you think?
Like rain, maybe.
Maybe rain. What else?
Something like fading out into the sky.
Anything fading out. So sky would be a great example. Water, like the ocean, you know, goes from a dark to light. Things like that are going to use gradients. All right, so now we're on wet and wet. Wet and wet is fun because you dip your brush in your water and then you just draw whatever design or pattern you want in clear water on your paper. Then you take some color and you just drop it in.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And the water is only going to carry that paint wherever
That's like
the
rainbow.
water is.
Alright, so how do you do the one before?
So you can see
what
it's
the hell?
only filling in. So it only fills in where you put the water.
That is
Okay.
radical.
So we're going to do it again on this side, but I'm going to do a better
The
pattern.
Mario Kart.
So I'm going to do that.
It does look like a Mario Kart now.
So I'm going to draw my border
That's cool.
in water, and then I'm going to do like a zigzag pattern.
I used to good at this. Oh yeah.
She went to art school.
Well, also I just barely try.
She knows this stuff.
So then I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to get a little purple.
Yeah, guys.
Whoa.
I'm going to do more blue over here.
What?
I'm going to do more green over here.
I can't hear you.
I'm going to do more purple over here. And that's going to slowly, over the next couple minutes, keep spreading out as long as Ryan doesn't shake the table too much.
Shit, my bad.
Shoot, you mean.
Yeah.
So then we are moving on to blended bleed. So a blended bleed is going to be, I'm going to do the whole thing. This brush is not great. I could do the whole thing in like another color. Ryan, can you get off the table, please?
That looks very nice, Miss Jen.
Ryan.
He's so
Yeah, I'm not touching the table.
You are. So I got the whole area wet. And then I'm going to fill it in.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh,
Okay.
And then I'm going to keep going.
look at that. Billy, stop. What? Just. I'm enjoying her work.
Okay.
Enjoy
So
it
then
quietly.
you might be distracting your classmates, I think is what I'm hearing.
Mm.
So this is like fun if you're doing like a galaxy or something that maybe is like, see in the background how there's like greens and browns and they're all kind of soft? It's not like, I can't see, that's the edge of the tree. That's the edge of the plant, right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's hard for you guys to be able to see, I think, but okay. So this is how you do your blended bleed. See how I'm getting like puddles of purple back here? This might be too much purple because it could like fold my paper weird. It can do some weird stuff. Or like this area might be mixing too much, so maybe I want to suck up some of that. So I dip, squeeze, vacuum. Dip, squeeze, vacuum. Or you can also just grab like an already dry brush if you have if you're well prepared. You can just grab a dry brush and just soak up that spot so that it doesn't pool too much. Because maybe you don't want it to get so close to the other thing that's next to it, you know? So you might want to suck up some of the things.
I don't want to get past the borders.
Right. So there's that. Okay, we're not done, David or Ryan.
I know.
Oh, because I'm still showing, so you should probably sit over here. Okay, now we're on wax resist. So wax resist is fun because you can do some cool designs that are like, if you have a white crayon, it works best in what color?
I've seen it before.
White crayon.